Hi. I can finally talk about it. See this? That's Faylie. And that's Feepet on the top. Hopsa in the little pink thingy basket. I did something bad today. I tortured my rats. I did. I tortured them. And I wanted to show you that they're okay now. Because I tortured them. Here, let's keep watching. Because I'm fascinated by their activity. Feepa's like, give me a treat, you fool. That's what they say. And that's Hopsa. Oh, no, that's Faylie. And then Hopsa's in the pink basket. Anyways, they were tortured today. Saturday is cage cleaning day. And I gave it a good cleaning because last week I'm going to be honest, last week I chumped out on my poor rats. I cleaned the litter tray, but I just kind of fluffed up the bedding and put fresh in. And I washed the usual stuff. But today, dude, I took almost all the crap out and washed it. But in order to do that, I had to torture my rats. That's right, guys. I tortured them. Let's go back to watching them while I'm talking about them. There's Feepet. Look at her. She's in her litter tray. She's like, what's going on? I was tortured today. And Hopsa is like, why was I tortured? This little blue circle thing, it's a ring. And they turn the ring and food falls out of the hole. So they're having a snack to make themselves feel better. Yeah. You having a good time there, Hopsa? Yeah, this is my Hopsa. So yeah, I tortured them. I cleaned the cage. I put them in their old cage, which it's not a bad cage. It's not as big as the one I currently have, but it's I had to take them. I had to sneak them because unfortunately my rats are not rats that like to be handled. You know, I see all the people in the rat groups. They've got the rats on their shoulders, on their head, you know, and they're cuddly and cute and sweet. Mine don't do that. Yeah, mine don't do that. So, it's really sad. I didn't get cuddly rats, but that's all right. So, they were in their little, they all just happened to get into their little house. And so I covered the house with a blanket and I ran it over to, it's like two jumps. Got a very small living room. Stuck them in the cage, took the blanket off, closed the door, and they came out and they were like, what is this? What is this horrible thing that you have done to us? And they're in there and they're looking at me like, what have you done to us? I mean, it was really sad. And it took me 2 hours to clean their cage. I've taken 4 hours before, so this 2 hours is pretty much nothing. They're so cute. If I can figure out how to hold my phone right, I'll show you me feeding them treats. But yeah, so they're in that cage. And it's just got a couple of baskets in it and some bedding. Nothing exciting. And they're in there for 2 hours. And unfortunately, the water bottle that was in there was empty. Well, because I never put them in there. I usually clean the cage while they're in it. They go to high ground. But to do a really good job, I need to keep both doors open and not worry about them climbing out. And I put clean ropes in, a new hammock. Well, actually 3 new hammocks because my rats are spoiled. I put new food. I moved their stuff around. They've got rat bombs hidden all over the cage. They got fresh strawberries today, I mean, they are just spoiled. In case you were wondering what I'm bombing my rats with, that's what I call the toilet paper tubes and the paper towel tubes that y'all give me. And my friend Jennifer, she provided me with wrapping paper tubes. So I just stuff that full of paper and treats. And then I hide it, and then they find it, and they're very excited about it. They're like, oh, treaty treats. And it's like, that's right, treaty treats. Let me see here. Because I feel all ratty. Like, oh, yes. All right, so you see my hand? Okay. You can see my hand. Here you go, sweetie. There's my girl. There's my girl. Feet-bitty. Come here, sweetie. Feet-bitty feet. Feet-bitty feet. There you go. There's my pretty girl. And now we just need Faylie. But Faylie is screwing around in her spaceship. Let me tell you what. That spaceship, I have mended it. I've sewed, like, I have a fleece blanket that they gave my dad when he was at Elderwood. You know, I'm real bitter about Elderwood, so I've been cutting the blanket into pieces and being, oh no, you're not coming out. I'm going to shut the door on you. Yes, I am. Sorry, kiddo. No more free roaming rats in my house. All right. So they think they have to get into this tube to get treats too. And they back in. And it's so cute. Look at Feepit. This is my Feep. I fed them baby food the other day on a popsicle stick. She stole the other girl's sticks. Everyone gets, it's all fair here. We all get some. And she ripped the stick out of the other girl's hand and took it with her. So I had to make arrangements. And I had to hide other food elsewhere so Feepit wouldn't get it. She's such a stink pot. And you know what? These little things are good. Oh! Someone has woken up from her nap. Here, you can watch me feed B one too. And because you're a little dog, you can have two. Do you want more? You want more, little Hopsa? Here you go. That's Hopsa. Oh, these are so good. So, those are my rats. I love them. I don't care what people say about them. They're my ratties. I really do want more rats. And I could put a whole other thing on top of the cage, which right now is just storage. But I can move that stuff elsewhere. And then I'd have room for more ratties. Or the 3 that I have would just have so much. Oh my gosh, she's like cleaning herself. See, rats are very clean animals. Look at Feepit is demonstrating how to clean herself. She's a very clean little rat. See my rat-a-tat-tat. My wee ratty. That's when I pretend I'm Scottish. I call them my wee ratties. Yes, I do. Now, when they're real happy, their eyes will bulge. And Feepit's eyes usually bulge when I give her treats. It's called boggling. And I finally got one of the girls to Brooks the other day. That's like when they move their mouth in a special way. I don't know, but that's all we're getting for now. We get nighttime treats too, so this is just the I'm sorry I ruined your day treat because I cleaned your cage and I rearranged everything. But it looks good. They've got all that they need and uh-oh. Oh. Sorry. Wise Bee gotta lick stuff. She's like, this is what I do. I lick stuff. I still really don't want to talk to you about Jadwin. B hasn't gone to look for second breakfast in a couple of days. That's good. I think she does miss him, but she handled the other dogs leaving very well. Faylee, come here, sweetie. You missed out earlier. I'll give you something. Faylee, really? Okay. The names that I chose for my rats came from Neopets. Oh, look, yeah, she went right into the tube. There you go, sweetheart. Okay. I don't know why everyone's disgusted by rats. Everyone's face does this when I mention that I have rats. They're not street rats. They're not hood rats. I know, right? But we got a lot done today. I know, it's getting dark. It's time for me to start turning on the lights because I'm afraid of the dark. So I start turning on all the lights. I did laundry, tortured the rats. And let me tell you what, I couldn't put them in the house to bring them back over to... It's cancer, not COVID. I had to pick them up and carry them over to the cage. I told you my rats don't like to be handled. They allowed it. But Faylee was really traumatized. She hid from me. And then when I made her hiding spot unavailable to her, she sailed across the cage. She jumped and went, Fwing! And I was like, but, I got her. I wrapped her in a hammock and carried her over. I carried them all over and they didn't jump out of my hand, which is amazing. Because that's probably how I would have lost Meatbit. If, she'd stayed around long enough for me to handle her. I mean, they tolerate it, but they don't like it. So I just don't. But I can give them treats through the bars, and I can open the door if I have really big treats that I give them. Sometimes the yogis are a little bit bigger than the bars, so I gotta open the door, and they'll take it gently. And Feetbit will, they call it grooming. She tries to groom me. She'll nibble on me. She won't bite me hard unless I've scared the heck out of her. They fear bite, and I'll take credit for that. What's the word? I'll take responsibility for that. That's because it's my fault. I scared them. I'm still learning about rats, but it's kind of like a hobby too, and I really enjoy it. And I haven't enjoyed a lot of stuff lately. This pandemic sucks. I mean, not that I went out a lot, but I don't go out at all now. I have to wear a mask at Roswell. It's just really hard for me to breathe. And then I gotta walk to the other side of the clinic. To the other building. Why don't I go in the door at the other building, you say? 'Cause I get valet. When I do have someone with me, I do try to hop in a wheelchair. I could get Dad's walker. I don't want to feel like that's admitting defeat. That's like when I got my handicap tag. Love that thing now, but it was like I can't walk into the building without getting out of breath. And when I worked at the building at Key, I usually didn't park that far away from the door, even when I wasn't in the handicap spot. And I still get tired and exhausted, and I could not get out to my car. And I would just wheeze. But I'm still stable. I'm waiting for insurance to approve my inhaler. Um, I mean, they can't make my lung binger. Binger. I said binger. I want you to know I haven't had the special candy in a while. Because I had a bad reaction to it. So this is all Stacy. Stacy's weird without special candy. Yeah, I haven't had it in about a month. So, I just feel like talking because I'm alone. I live here with a dog and 3 rats. I did buy B. Arthur some booties. I tried socks, but they don't stay on her feet. Little baby socks with the treads on them. Because B can't get her footing. So here's something interesting. I appreciate your watching, by the way. I see you guys. Thanks. I mean, this is my life. This is what I'm talking about. So when I got B. Arthur, it was discovered that her back was jacked. And it's gotten progressively worse. Her hind legs, she's not always steady. She splays out. Her legs just give out, and then, or she'll sit, and then she'll like fall into a sitting position. She'll look at me like, "What happened? Why did I do that?" And this is the thing about B, right, Busy? You're sighing, but you're a good dog. B tries to protect me, and I try to protect her. And so that means we're both standing still. Because I wait for her to move so I can kind of pick up her hind end and help her walk. And she waits for me so that she makes sure I can walk into the other room. She always sits in front of me and watches outward wherever I am to make sure that nothing bad's happening, nothing's coming at me. And then I'm behind her trying to pick her butt up so she can walk. And the socks did kind of work, but they kept falling off her feet. So I didn't feel right putting like rubber bands or hair ties around that. I didn't want to cut off circulation or anything. So I bought these booties with a drawstring. Same concept. But anyways, I bought her some booties. They're supposed to be delivered tomorrow. We're going to try them out. Hopefully, it's just for the house. She can get through the backyard just fine. I love watching her trot. She's doot 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 doot, and her butt waves from side to side. I mean, it's a strut, man. She struts. And she's my girl. And she's my baby. It's a house full of girls now. We're all girls. Janwin was the man of the house, and now he is not the man of the house. All right, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to show you my rats and tell you, and, confess that I tortured them today. And then, to some lesser degree, I also torture B. I try to make their lives better and comfortable. And I want more dogs, people. I want more rats, and I want more dogs. I'm not going to get either, though. Don't worry. Calm down. I'm going to be responsible with my stupid freaking health. So on that note, I will leave you with this humorous little thing. We were really desperate at work yesterday for overtime. And Workforce sent out a message that said, if you work 3 hours of overtime, we'll send you a pizza. Send me some dough, dude. Real dough. Money. I feel like I said this to you guys yesterday. Maybe I repeat myself. I don't know if I repeat myself. I do. Chemo brain. It's real. I do dumb stuff all the time, and I'm like, why did I do that? It's worse when you're on the IV chemo, but it's still there. I take the pill. And then when I finish the pill box, I give it to the rats and let them destroy it. Some lady in my support group yesterday showed a video of her setting her box on fire. Oh, the ways we cope. Yeah, so that's it. That's all that's going on right now. I'll see you all later. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this educational rat video and my jibber jabbers. Jib jib. All right, peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching.